Hello and welcome again to King Mash Show, where we create a positive impact both to your health and lifestyle. So today we are going to continue with the topic of antenatal clinics. So what are we going to check again on second visits? Other than vital signs, you are going to check ongoing prognosis. So on this we check, how are you doing as a mother? Have you developed any complication in this pregnancy? Do you have any change in condition that you'd like us to know? They are going to ask you from the time you came to this, have you seen any change? How are you doing? Are you eating well? Are you able to do exercise and such stuff? So we are going to check on your ongoing prognosis, and that will be done from the second visit all the way to time of delivery. How are you? We shall also they shall ask you, how are you preparing again to deliver? If maybe you had a financial constraint, maybe they advised you on NHIF and maybe Linda Mama. They'll follow up to know, have you gotten access to these fundings that can help you in your delivery. The other thing which they are going to see or they are going to do is a forecast. Physical exam. Remember, on the first visit, we checked on your head to toe exam. We checked on your lymph nodes, we checked on your dental system, do you have any loose tools or such. So when it comes for subsequent clinic, mostly due to the workload in our country, we necessarily not go through the whole physical exam, but we go to focused area. Most of importantly will be your tummy. We shall check and palpate your tummy just to see how is the baby developing. What's the fundal height? The fundal height is what we check to see how much has the baby grown in your uterus. We use our hands to palpate and estimate how big are they. We are able to see through that physical examination, is the baby growing well. Another thing that you'll see on this, or that will be important on this forecast physical exam, maybe do you have leg swelling? Maybe from the history you have taken, we shall see how much is the swelling and how can we control that swelling. Do you need to elevate or do you need to see further investigation? Do you need a scan just to see why your legs are swelling and such stuff? Another thing they'll check, of course, on the first time when they do a breast exam, they'll tell you to be doing monthly breast exam. So they need to know, how is your assessment? Have you find something weird that you'd like the health worker just to reconfirm that there is something you feel like it's abnormal? So those are the things. We go on focused places. Most importantly, we don't forget to do the tummy. After the tummy, we do on any other part that you could have described that could be having an issue that we need to investigate further. Also, we shall check, how is your capillary refill? How is your blood flowing back? Just to see, do you still have adequate blood, or do you need to do some lab tests to see how you are doing? And in combination with us, we do a urine analysis. We call it dipstick. This where we use a strip, we dip it in the urine just to check your glucose level in the urine and the protein level in your urine. This is very important because, one, it gives a first indicator if you could be developing some diabetes in pregnancy. Okay, if you see it in the urine, then we shall send you for random blood sugar or HbA1c, which I'll test to check on your sugar in the blood, your blood level sugars, and they help us to intervene earlier. So this dipstick, we have said we check on the sugar level and protein. So the protein level also is a good indicator for complication of pregnancy. Some pregnancy, people might develop some complication, which we get to know them through if you have that proteinuria, if you have the protein in urine. Again, as we discuss further, we are going to see how important it is. Another thing we are going to do to check is, what do we do again for this visit? We are going to do ultrasounds. Again, are you due for another ultrasound and scanning? Do you need to follow up with a scan? So we expect these things to be checked. Another thing, most of course, we shall do tetanus again. Are you due for another dose of tetanus? Then we shall give it again. Another thing that they are going to do is they will give you again the supplements. The supplements which we said are folic and iron. Some pregnancy medication or pregnancy support supplements, they have more nutrients. They come as a component of many nutrients. I don't want to advertise any specific company, but it's good you consult with a health worker before you start any supplement during your pregnancy, just to know, is it very important in your body? Do you need those nutrients in your body, so that you don't just buy something which has fancy name and it will not be of any importance to your life. Another thing that they might do during your pregnancy, depending on where you're doing your clinics, is something we call OGTT. These are lab tests where they check on how you tolerate the glucose level in your system. It's called oral glucose tolerance test. So they'll do it just to see how much you tolerate the glucose. Mostly it's done on the third trimesters, for the third or fourth trimesters. On the third trimester. I meant the third or fourth visits. If you'll be going for specifically 4 visits, and if you'll be going for the 8 visits, mostly it will be done between the 6th to the 8th visits, and it just gives us a clue on how are you able to tolerate glucose, and it will give us an indicator for risk of gestational diabetes. Another thing that you are going to get is health education again. You're going to get health education on relevant topics again. As we said, they will advise you according to the needs that they will see on that. Another thing that you may benefit on this visit, they'll give you the free treated mosquito net. Free treated mosquito net, which can be given either in the first visit or in this other visit, subsequent visits. Another thing they might do, according to the area that you come and you are qualified for malaria vaccine, they give you the malaria vaccine. I'm saying this so that you don't go to other facilities and they tell you need to get the malaria vaccine, and then you're like, no, when I was pregnant in another area, I was not given this vaccine. It's good to note that these vaccines, other than the tetanus, which is given uniformly in our country everywhere, some places in our country you have to go under this malaria vaccine, depending on the endemic implication of that region. So thank you so much for listening to this. In case you have any question or you would like us to discuss something that you didn't understand well, please feel free to inbox or comment there below, and then I'm going to address it in the subsequent videos that we shall be recording. So thank you so much, and let me see you on the next one.